Young athletes are buzzing with excitement these days at Maxwell Air Force Base youth activities in Montgomery, Alabama. And this influx of energy and enthusiasm swirling around the fields and courts is the result of an innovative and inspiring What Are You Getting initiative rolled out by the Maxwell Youth Program staff in the fall of 2022. The simple but powerful question of what are you getting, or at times, what you getting, is posed to players during and after practices and games all season long. From gaining leadership skills and improving communication skills to learning the value of connecting with teammates and helping them along, kids are now recognizing how they are learning and evolving through the power of sports. And they're being inspired to take what they're getting through athletics into their school, community, and family life. The What Are You Getting initiative has flourished from the start, thanks to the enthusiastic response of volunteer coaches who have seized on the chance to explore with players what they are learning and taking away from their participation. It's now even part of the program's coach training and parent orientation, so coaches and parents learn before the season starts what a valuable tool this is for impacting youth. What Are You Getting signs are prominently displayed throughout the facility. And plans are to add a What Are You Getting board in the gym where kids' responses will be displayed, spotlighting the true power of sports in young lives as the initiative continues to gain attention throughout the military community. Congratulations to Maxwell Air Force Base Youth Activities, a 2023 Excellence in Youth Sports Award winner.
What You Getting was born out of an idea to expand our sports program from teaching skills, teaching agility, coordination, all of those things that go along with sports, and to expand it into giving kids a broader concept of how to really engage with their sports. So while they're learning the actual performance techniques and being involved in the performance techniques, it really kind of brings in more of a cognitive side of things. How can I be a leader in the sports that I'm involved in? How can I be a part of the group and really be a part of the team as far as being involved in these sports? How can I communicate better while I'm engaged in the sports? And so it really came out of that idea. And so we just brought in our coaches and asked our coaches to just really engage the logo. What are you getting? What'd you get? And that when they're out with the kids and they're working with the kids on a regular basis with their practices or with their games, to just constantly be, engaging with them and asking them the question, well, what did you get? While you were playing, or when you scored that goal, what did you get out of that? Or when you helped somebody else on the team learn something, what did you get out of that? And so just constantly putting in their minds to just ask, not only just did we win or lose today, but what did we get from the full scope of being out there and being involved in the sport and expanding our teamwork, our leadership, our cognitive type skills along with it. Yeah, so the first time that we brought our coaches into a coaches training and kind of presented this to them, they really just became the stars right off the bat. They were very enthusiastic about doing it. Most of our coaches, many of our coaches are parents themselves. And many of them are in leadership roles in various things in their life. And so they were really excited about engaging this with their whole team, but particularly with their children that are on the team, to be able to just kind of, teach them how to have those leadership roles and those team building roles, and to just kind of engage that. They were very excited about doing it. there were probably two that really stood out to me. We had a young girl that was her parent was deployed, and so when she was out and she was working, going to her practices and going to her games and things like that, and the coach was constantly asking her those questions about, well, what'd you get out of it? What did you get from this? What did you get from the game? What did you get from the practices and things like that? And those questions being asked to her, and her constant responses, and listening to what other kids were saying were their responses. When their family got together, when they were at home, and the parent that was deployed, and they had conversations from the family in the deployed environment, she said it was just really neat for her to be able to discuss that with her deployed member that was not there, and to talk to him about what was being asked of her and her answers, and then to hear her dad that was deployed, to hear what he had to say about her answers. And she would even come back and tell everybody, in practices and things like that, how that conversation went. And so, yeah, it's been really neat to watch how the idea of it doesn't just stay in the practice. It doesn't just stay, in the team. It really expands out from there. And then we had another really young boy that was that engaged with it, and he would talk about how normally when he would try to get involved in sports, he was really shy, and it was kind of hard for him to talk a lot to team members and things like that, and to try to be verbal with other team members. And so when the coach started asking everybody those things, and he was responding with his answers and listening to other people's response and that type of thing, he said he was really able to kind of open up and start talking more in the practices and things like that. And what was really neat was, his was a big one with what are you getting in the whole communication thing. You saw him go from not really talking a whole lot to every time it's what are you getting, something came up about communication with him. So it was a really neat thing. Sports is a really great environment to just produce things. And when I think about giving advice to other recreation leaders, our flight chief here at Maxwell, she really just pours into us constantly about how important it is to be to make sure that everything you do is as excellent as you can make it. That everything that you do is putting a leadership quality in what you're doing, and teamwork, and what she builds in our team is just amazing. And so, looking at what she encourages and what she has done with our team, giving advice to other people to just do that same thing. Each day that you wake up, kind of think about, what are the tasks that I'm going to be involved in with my recreation program, or with my sports program, or, on an individual level with my teams. What am I going to be involved in? How can I do it as excellently as possible? How can I really create leadership and just teamwork in what I'm doing? And as you do that, just ask people along the way, what are you getting? That's the whole initiative. And really the initiative itself and asking people what you're getting is making them think for inside themselves. It's making them think, wow, what did I get out of this? And once as a leader, you're putting excellence out there, and then you're asking them, what did you get out of this? And then they think about what they're getting, and it just helps them grow. It helps them see, wow, I did get something amazing out of this. I did grow from this today. And hopefully in them seeing that in themselves, they're spreading that to people around them as well.